Hey there! I'll be teaching and be guiding you in using our spend analysis template. I will be sharing with you some useful insights about analyzing your spending. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Sterre Maria. I am the head of product of Procurement Tactics, and I'm thrilled that you are here. Our team has over 20 years of experience in procurement and negotiations, and we train procurement teams from small and large companies from all over the world. Together, we have been working on providing you a great template, and I will guide you through all the way. Now that you know me, let's start. But before I guide you through our template, let me course you through understanding what spend analysis is. Generally, a spend analysis summarizes your company's expenditures, negotiation deals, and even the number of your transactions. It's usually comprised of various graphs and charts that present the numbers that indicate your monetary and financial status in terms of expenses. However, let me be the one to tell you that it is so much more than just tracking expenses. Spend analysis is also a process wherein you collect, clean, and classify monetary data so you can gain insights into spending patterns and supplier relationships, and also identify potential cost-saving opportunities. Once you understand how money is spent throughout your company, I assure you that you'll be able to make better decisions and create strategies to improve the entire procurement process and reduce costs. Do you know why spend analysis is crucial to you and your company? Doing and creating an accurate spend analysis will primarily help you optimize your cost. Even if you're as big as Google or Amazon, you should constantly think of ways to reduce your expenses. In addition to that, you'll be able to identify areas that need improvement and distinguish risky transactions using the insights and patterns you can find out by doing a spend analysis. This will save you thousands and will mitigate potential legal and other financial risks. Moreover, you'll be able to formulate effective procurement strategies that align with your wider and broader business's goals for success. So, let's take a look at the steps on how to do the spend analysis. First, you have to collect all the relevant financial data regarding the expenses. This involves you digging into the crevices of your company and extracting the needed data from the ERP systems, supplier databases, and even smaller financial records. The next step is cleansing and organizing the collected data. You can do this by categorizing similar expenses or expenses that are generally in the same scope. The most classic standardized classification system that many companies use is the UNSPSC, or the United Nations Standard Products and Services Codes. In this step, you'll also be able to identify errors like duplicate entries or missing information. You can also enrich the collected data by putting additional information like the supplier's details, product descriptions, and other relative metadata. This can be optional, but I kid you not, because this will help you in providing a more vivid picture of your spending trends. After data cleansing and enrichment, it's time to analyze your data. Although doing it manually with the use of experts is very good, it's also great that you utilize tools like data visualization and analytics software to dissect your spending data. You'll be able to identify patterns, trends, and anomalies that will offer you insights into your spending behavior and potential areas where you need to reduce costs. The next step would be evaluating the supplier's performance. But why? It's because sometimes your supplier can be the cause of why you're spending so much. Evaluate your relationships with them based on criteria like delivery times, quality of goods or services, and most importantly, the pricing. Doing this step is crucial because this can also help you negotiate better terms with suppliers if you're planning to renew the contract with them. After that, you should identify cost-saving opportunities by pinpointing areas that need them and can achieve them. Lastly, make sure that you rationalize your spending. Streamline the entire process by eliminating redundant and unnecessary purchases. Don't buy new equipment if yours only needs maintenance. Forget spending so much and instead consolidate vendors and standardize your product choices. Now, let me explain the variables you need to consider the most when doing a spend analysis. If you'd like to learn more about this in depth, you can have a look on our website in the article library. But for now, I will do my best to give you a small summary. Okay, first we have the procurement data management. In order to conduct an efficient spend analysis, you must efficiently manage your procurement data. It's a process of collecting and organizing all the relevant information in relation to procurement. However, since procurement is not just all about acquisition of goods, procurement data management will also include the gathering of the financial data, like the total spend per annum. Specify and define the total spend per expense category. Can be divided per utility, delivery, or daily expenses, and total numbers of orders per annum. All of this information can be used to help you to create better reports that will ultimately help you make well-informed decisions, especially since it can give you insight about spending patterns. Moreover, you can use advanced technologies to streamline this step. Another thing you have to do is to validate all the data for accuracy and for the data cleanup. Actually, these are two different steps, but you can do them all together for a fast process. Basically, it's like cross-examining your financial data in order to identify and eliminate any inaccuracy or redundancies. This also includes removing suppliers' normalization, which cleans all supplier-related data to ensure accuracy and uniformity so that they appear the same throughout the entire report. This is also called the supplier mapping, which makes sure that all your data you get from your ERP system, especially supplier names, match correctly. The next important thing that you have to consider is data classification, which is placing data categories into a deep and standardized taxonomy. Note that taxonomy is different. It's a classification system that you can use to organize and manage supply chain data. This will also help you find documents and files easier and quicker. Moreover, you also have to enrich all financial data with metrics and benchmarks for you to know how your company is currently financially performing and what goals you need to make in order to perform better. This includes identifying your KPIs, refining your processes when needed, and regularly tracking your process regarding expenses and overall spend. When analyzing your expenses, you have to apply the data analytics. It is essential. A process of analyzing raw data in order to generate results that you can use to solve problems such as overspending. it will help you optimize the performance of your business operations. It will maximize profit and minimize expenses. You may do this process by using software and other data mining tools and instruments. Lastly, you have to determine the cost-saving solutions. You can do this by conducting spending patterns, examining and supplier prices. Then, when necessary, you may open opportunities for renegotiations with your suppliers to optimize cost-saving solutions. You have to keep in mind that every dollar saved today can make a substantial difference. So, by doing a great spend analysis, you may be able to take control over your finances, determine cost-saving opportunities, answer important questions as mentioned, and make data-driven decisions that will enhance the efficiency and competitiveness of your company. Now, let's move on. At this moment, I'll be guiding you through our spend analysis template. At first glance, you'll be able to see the different charts and bars classified in various categories and subcategories. We opted to make it this way so you can easily identify in which areas you're most likely to be overspending over months and be able to strategize for the ways to minimize those costs. This template has graphs and charts classified to different categories, linked to various tabs in a Google Sheet file. So you should link your spent expenses sheet file to this Google slide so that whenever something changes, it will be reflected and updated in this template. Moving on, the first category or the first charts includes mostly office-related expenditures in an entire quarter. However, please do keep in mind that this is only a template. You can change the category according to the most important or most prevalent expenses in your company. Going back, you'll see the subcategories: office supplies, office furniture, and printing and publication. You can add more subcategories depending on your list of expenses. In addition, the percentages are based on thousands of dollars out of 100,000. For example, in the subcategory office supplies that shows the 18%, it means that the total expenses for the entire quarter amounts to 18,000. Okay, next we have the second category presented in bars. This time the data presented are an example of spend per quarter, which explains why it only includes the 4 first months of the years. Moreover, the numbers you can see are based on thousands of dollars out of hundreds, just like in the previous category. Take a look at the legends at the top of the section and take note that the months are color schemed. But why? This is to differentiate the total number of expenses per month. In addition, this category reflects utility expenses like gas and water as its subcategories. Again, this is only an example, so you may change the category and corresponding subcategories according to taste or level of importance. Then we have another category classified as service expense. It shows the numbers of the total spend of the quarter, the number of transactions, and the number of suppliers. It's important to show these numerical values in your spend analysis because, as I have previously explained, evaluating your suppliers can help you improve terms through negotiation and streamline your expenses. Below that, here, it's another bar chart categorized by delivery expenses. Its subcategories includes freight, postage, and shipping fees. Like the previous category of utility expenses, the bar shows the expenses percentages per month. Lastly, on the right side, we have different values reflecting the total number of expenses or spent, suppliers, transactions, and the PO count. which is in contrast to your expenses. I believe it's important to include that in your spend analysis so that you can automatically see whether or not your expenses overpower your profit. Now, let me emphasize that you can add more charts and graphs for different categories according to what it is that you need to expand in your company. What we have included in this template are just the main expenses a company can make, but feel free to make any changes or add more if needed. That wraps everything up. I really hope that you understood everything I have explained to you regarding what a spend analysis is, its entire process, its importance, and, of course, a guide on how to use our spend analysis templates. Again, I am Sterre, and I hope you loved learning from me as much as I love teaching and discussing this with you, so that you can effectively optimize your spending patterns and improve business operations.